yelling, shooting each other with water guns. Call the police. Pop firecrackers in the driveway. Call the police. This is a cult of sick freaks everywhere. Now, the police's credit, when they show up, they go, yeah, your neighbor called you. I mean, everybody's popping firecrackers. I don't see an issue. You know, there's an ordinance. I don't see any firecrackers. Pieces of them laying around everywhere. See you later. Yeah, your neighbor says some of them sound like they're being killed over here. I can see it's people's kids swimming. Okay, have a nice day. You know, oh, I see you got a fire. Nice fire. Looks like you're having a good time. Yeah, there's no burn ban. Just neighbor thought your house was on fire. It's not one bad neighbor doing it. It's all the neighbors. It's what you do in America. You just, look, there's weirdos with a fire pit, with a 2-foot fire. Call the police on them. An oak fire, hardly even any smoke. Call the police on them. There's some weirdos out there. They yell and laugh and look, that one probably has red blood. Call the police immediately. I'm going to go back to your calls. It's total freak land, ladies and gentlemen. It's total freak land. And then, you know, we got a place out in the country, just 9 acres, 10 acres, I guess, 9.5 acres. And all the neighbors get the police called on them because there's like a 200-acre ranch one side, 100-acre next. I talk to the neighbors. And invariably, I'll see the neighbors out shooting on their own shooting range over the fence, up on the hill, across the hill from us. And invariably, I see the state police pull up. You know, that's what they do in America. Doesn't matter you have 200 acres. Doesn't matter you had it for 100 years. Doesn't matter because the neighbors from California are G-O-D, capital G-O-D. They rule. They rule everything. They are the power. And they will destroy your freedom. They will take your kids. They will wreck everything because they love government. They love Obama. They love hoaxes. They love frauds. They love scams. They love poverty. They love failure. They love lies. They love their father. I'll go to your phone calls, but I first have to say this. All I know is we got to get back to being humans and not acting like total cowards. That's all I know. Briefly, it's an hour and 47 minutes in. I haven't plugged any products or anything yet. That's how we fund the operation. I try to bring you the very best products. The Pro Pure 2.0 systems are the best gravity-fed filters you can get that cut out the glyphosates, the fluoride, everything else. There's nothing even close to it. That's why I don't sell the other big gravity-fed filters. I could sell them all and make more money to fund the operation. If something was close, I would sell it. Now, we've got some live straws and stuff that are good to just make it safe out in the middle of nowhere and stuff that are excellent. We've got a bunch of other systems like that, but you cannot beat the Pro Pure 2.0. And we've got the full selection, the lowest price anywhere. I had to really twist arms to let them even let me sell it with 10% off with promo code WATER. It's already the lowest advertisable price. Then you add the 10% off. No one can top the prices we have on these filters. They have a pitcher system that has the filter in it. It's only $60, or actually less, that no one can counter. No one. Okay, it is the best deal out there, ladies and gentlemen, for $54.95. I mean, a Brita filter cost that doesn't cut basically anything out but bad taste. This cuts it all out. Look at the side-by-side comparisons. Infowars, store.com. I guess I did plug the magazine earlier, but that doesn't count because that's at cost. To get the word out. New magazine's out as well. It's an excellent issue, The War on Women. Those are available in bulk at cost at InfoWarsStore.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. And we have InfoWarsLife.com where you've got all the estrogen mimickers. And my personal trainer said, man, I hear all this hype. You say the Super Male Vitality is so great. And he's like a real sports, you know, enthusiast, power lifter, you name it, you know, natural lifter. He said, I'm going to take some. Week and a half later, he says, it's incredible. Just the clarity, the stamina, I mean, really what it is a mood issue for most people. And it's amazing. Super Male Vitality helps fund the operation. 15% off at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com takes you right to it. And you can also find the Survival Shield, the only type of nascent iodine of its type. Turns blue on paper, not black, like regular so-called nascent iodine. And just what it's done for Shane Steiner, who, again, kind of rolled his eyes, said, okay, I'm sure it's okay, but I've taken every supplement. You know, I just don't think you need them. I said, fine, we'll try this. And he is totally blown away. Totally blown away. In fact, you guys ought to get the new one where he tried to rip up on it, what it did. We have the new one. It's just incredible. InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. But the Survival Shield, Nascent Iodine, the Fluoride Shield that has the Nascent Iodine and 5 other detoxers for chelating. We now have the Lung Cleanse that has a whole bunch of just key herbs in there that just does wonders for the lungs. We've also got the Wake Up America coffee, my favorite type of coffee from southern Mexico up in the high mountains, volcanic soil. All of this funds the operation. InfoWarsLife.com, the news websites, the films, the nightly news, everything we do, the media organization is funded by bringing you super high-quality products. And we want to bring you the very best products because it's a win-win. It's things we use, things we believe in, plus it's really good products. We want you to come back and get it over and over again so we can be sustainable, truly sustainable. We're going to come back. We're going to go to Tom, who's been holding. He wants to talk about New Mexico. And then we're going to go to William and Anthony and Patrick and others.
How can you save a ton of money and prepare for emergencies? By having your own in-home freeze dryer from Harvest Right. Now you can cut down on wasted food by freeze drying your leftovers. That's right. Create your own long-term food storage by freeze drying your own fruits, meats, vegetables, even complete meals with the Harvest Right in-home freeze dryer. Imagine the savings and the peace of mind. See how the amazing Harvest Right freeze dryer works at harvestright.com.
Attention gun owners. It's reasonable to assume that at some point you may need to defend your family from an armed attack. But is it reasonable to mount a defense without a strong offense? Infidel Body Armor goes on in seconds. Is civilian legal in all 50 states. Is 100% made in the USA. Is veteran owned and ships next business day for free. Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com. INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day. Unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.
In the last 50 years, iodine has been phased out of our staple foods and replaced with the halogen bromine, a practice now banned in nations around the world. Guess what else is in the halogen family? Fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. In 1924, the federal government did the right thing and encouraged salt producers to add iodine. It's the good halogen on the periodic table, and the results are on record. Reports documented a 15-point IQ increase in areas that had previously been deficient in iodine. Bottom line, iodine is important. Unbound, clean, in a glycerin base. Nascent Iodine was the answer for myself and my family. You will find Survival Shield Nascent Iodine exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com. InfoWars Life Survival Shield Nascent Iodine isn't just for emergencies. I take it every day. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Just inside the doorway. Use it only in emergency.
Dick Gregory's coming up at the 8 after. I want to go right back to your calls. Tom in New Mexico, what do you think the big hoaxes are?
The Father and the Spirit.
Hi there, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I think one of the biggest hoax out here in New Mexico is the police department's here to protect and serve you. They're nothing more than city-issued thugs and assassins who serve the governor to create new revenue for the state, which in turn makes revenue for the government. And they wonder why the local, gang members out here are teaming up with the students, and some online hacking crew called Anonymous to try to secure lists of all city, state, and government employees and their home addresses, and I guess for retaliation,
Well, I don't know what the government thinks it's going to do when a civil war actually breaks out in this country. And I'm not looking forward to a civil war because there's a lot of nasty elements across the board. But that is all the recipes that are there. And they're gearing up for it because they believe it's going to happen. And they believe they're going to win some war with the American people. But again, it's not like all the departments are bad across the country. So it's really going to be a disastrous situation. What do you think is going to happen?
I think New Mexicans are openly talking about it right now. And the census seems to be that they're just going to rush home to home and shoot them in the head. And that will be the end of it. Like purging the whole city like that movie. Just quick, slam down, thank you, ma'am, over.
Well, the police shouldn't be out executing the general public. And I don't think the public should just go out and execute everyone just because they're in the government. But once the Civil War starts, that is what's going to happen. I appreciate your call. Folks, if something like that happened, that would give the moral high ground to the system. And I'm getting so many calls from New Mexico, and I'm getting so many emails, and people are freaking out over what the way the police are there. And it's not just them shooting this homeless guy and then letting the police dog chew on his dead body and all the rest of it. It's you don't know where this thing's going to blow. And the public knows, because there's so many veterans in these groups, they're not going to go out and protest so the riot cops can beat everybody up. People, that's how Westerners tend to protest historically, is they go out like the Minutemen and start shooting people. And the government's lined up saying we're the enemy, and they're preparing to create that self-fulfilling process, and it's going to wreck the country, and I just don't want it to happen. Okay? And, I mean, the average random cop doesn't deserve to be shot any more than the average person deserves to be shot. See this mentality where the people are the enemy and the police are the enemy? This is a disaster. And the globalists are going to sit offshore and laugh at it. So there's got to be some way to stop this. Anthony in Pennsylvania, you're on the air. Go ahead. Thanks for holding.
Oh, hi.
Hey, buddy.
I'll tell you, I'm in the city of Philadelphia, birthplace of freedom. But you don't have no freedom to choose. With this Obamacare, they take away all your freedom. I guess they want to bankrupt you.
Well, that's it. I mean, how could foreign banks conquer America with fake health care, where they run our health care and they get to charge us whatever they want? That's being conquered. That's being usurped.
Yeah, pretty soon, I'll tell you, if they just do this one thing and they succeed with this, then they'll figure out something else to do with you.
Well, Obamacare is the place to draw the line in the sand and not comply. I'm not complying with it. I'm not even paying the fine, and I'm just going to battle it. I mean, this is the thing to battle on. And you just said it, sir. There's the issue, Anthony. If they can do this, they can do anything. What do they think of us that they'd pass a law like this? Well, we know they're buying armored vehicles and training the police for war and training the U.S. Army for war. They're planning on breaking this country. And we better reach out to the police and military and decompartmentalize them. Anything else, Anthony?
Yes,
Stay there. I'm going to come back to you. I want to hear your other hoaxes. But Obamacare is your big hoax. Then we'll go to William and others.
This is GCN, the Genesis Communications Radio Network.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. So why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We may not have been able to get fluoride out of the water supply yet, but we can help to get it out of our bodies. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Let's take a stand against the globalists by blocking their poisons with Fluoride Shield. I use Fluoride Shield every day. Secure your Fluoride Shield and other pioneering formulations at InfoWarsLife.com today. Let's start cleansing our bodies now and support the Info War at the same time. That's InfoWarsLife.com.